Hello everyone! Welcome to today's video. I am Zachary Gedzinski, your host. You can watch all of my videos on YouTube, BitChute, and Rumble under the names Zen Variety for YouTube and BitChute, and Sotarn Mix for my Rumble channel. Let's get on to today's topic. Apparently, Trump is courting donors for a new social media platform. That's good because who else is tired of the monopoly that Twitter and Facebook and Google have along with Amazon? Right? And besides, social media platforms such as Gab and Parler have been popping up along with Minds.com. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of this article. According to a new report, Trump is now courting donors for a new social media platform. The Washington Examiner reported, former President Donald Trump has told friends he has hundreds of millions of dollars in backing for a new social media venture that would give him an online presence and protect conservatives from being shut down online. Two sources familiar with discussions said investors included Silicon Valley figures motivated by fears of censorship and online cancel culture. Yeah, cancel culture is a thing. That same cancel culture is what got Gina Carano fired from The Mandalorian. Yeah, that's a thing though. Lucasfilm is run by an evil woman known as Kathleen Kennedy who destroyed the entire Star Wars franchise. I'm not a Star Wars fan myself, but I do relate to how these fans feel because it's been happening in all of media, this woke Marxist agenda that needs to stop. That's why Trump forming a new social media platform is a good thing. The more competition, the better. And I really do wonder what he'll call it. And before I speculate on more about this, I want to finish reading this article, and you guys can also go to this website, which I'll include in the description of my video on Rumble, BitChute, YouTube, and Odyssey as well, because I'm trying to get a channel started there. Without further ado, two sources familiar with discussions said investors included Silicon Valley figures motivated by fears of censorship and online cancel culture. Yes, I think I read that, and of course, we all know cancel culture is evil, satanic even. Details emerged as Trump began a new phase of his post-presidency, giving television interviews from his Florida base in the week after his Senate impeachment acquittal. Yes, the impeachment sham. If anybody needs to be impeached, it's the whole Biden administration and any rhino that's pro-impeachment for Trump and trying to destroy Donald Trump, because people like McConnell need to go. I know this is talking about the possibility of Trump starting a new social media platform, but I highly encourage anyone, regardless of your political party, if you feel like your politicians aren't truly representing you in office, to actually primary them and actually run against them and replace them outright. It's what we need to do as people anyway, as Americans. Trump is yet to join any alternative social media platform since Big Tech banned him. During one of his first interviews since he left office, he spoke about this as well. And this is from the National File, as we see from this tweet from them. Trump: I hear Twitter has become very boring. President Trump comments on Parler, Twitter, and his possible new social media platform. Of course, Trump was literally the heart of Twitter at the time, and what Jack Dorsey and other tech oligarchs did was rip out their own heart and crush it, which I don't think they had much of a heart to begin with. If anything, that heart was rotting and decaying, with Trump being the only positive part. So they're literally walking zombies at this point, just speaking the same robotic lines as always. During this interview, he also said that he does not want to go back to Twitter. Who would want to go back to Twitter after the toxicity that's on there? Trump's not the only person to be banned from Twitter or the victim of cancel culture via Twitter, because I mentioned before, Gina Carano is a victim of cancel culture, and many other people online. Heck, I think I remember from a video from a YouTuber that I followed. I believe her name is Anna, that Star Wars girl. She was basically getting trashed on Twitter for actually drawing She-Hulk like an actual woman instead of some science experiment that's supposed to be, I don't know, non-binary or whatever, propaganda Marvel's trying to spit out nowadays in their comics, which of course their comics are basically in the dumps. It's basically not worth purchasing any of their comics because they're Marxist propaganda, and there's competition from indies that people need to join, whether that be on Indiegogo or Kickstarter. There's several projects out there which, and who knows, I may actually consider backing a comic on Indiegogo in the future. And let us resume. If Trump ends up going this route, it will really hurt big tech. Oh, duh, big tech needs to die. They need to suffer, and the only way to ensure that they die off is hurt them where it counts, their wallets. And of course, Twitter announced it lost $1.4 billion in 2020 and probably more in 2021 because that's the thing. These idiots refuse to learn that doing stuff like this is gonna hurt them in the end. I honestly can't imagine why people would want to have a Twitter account or a Facebook account if they're just gonna get banned for wrongthink and all this other bullying bull crap that goes on. Seriously, if you want to have a sane mind, get rid of Facebook and Twitter and go on to alternative platforms like Gab, Parler, and Minds.com and Trump's new platform once it comes out, because it's just annoying seeing all the toxic things when it comes to political news or whatnot that's spouted on those platforms. Like, seriously. Social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook are like drugs. Ditch them and get rid of the social media addiction. You'll be better for it. And this just links to another article that they have. Well, I don't think there's any more here in this article, but I will cover a few comments that's in this article. So let's see what they have here. One person states Trump's new social media should be called a trumpet, a place where you can freely blow your horn. And, of course, a reply to that says, the unintended consequences of the Marxist cancel culture is to motivate patriots to create a leftist-free parallel society. Count me in. Well, I can agree with that. Because I really hate Marxism. Like, seriously. Like, if it was up to me, all Marxists would be rounded up and tried for treason and treated as domestic terrorists, because that's what they are. That's the thing. People really need to learn from history. Another comment states, I don't think those consequences were unintended. They want to destroy everything good. They'll ridicule our safe, polite, early 60s culture and call MS-13 spirit of divinity. They think street gang violence and burning cities are diversity. They don't want women to have equal rights with men. They want women to hate men, but they'll defend jihad and Middle East culture that oppresses, abuses, and murders women. The liberals have their brain in a bunch. We need to simply work around them. Oh yeah, they do hate women, but they also hate men too. In truth, they hate both genders. This Twitter culture that wants to cancel everyone. Like, not only do they hate men, they hate women. They'd rather have people be like non-binary, which is their latest fetish that they get from whatever porn is floating on Twitter. So yeah, they hate both genders equally because they hate men and they hate women. So what can I say? Men, women, it's time to fight against these people and stop the misandry and misogyny that these freaks dish out against us. And trust me, if any of you are women, misandry is real. These people do hate men just like they hate you. Well, yeah. Let's see if I can find other comments. Another comment says, President Trump is our champion to vanquish the liberal vermin. Support him. I guess we should support Trump, but Trump can't do things on his own. Like Trump was fighting literally on his own during his presidency, and the only thing we can do now is fight back ourselves, and Trump is in this with us. So step up, fellow Americans, and fight back. Well, I don't want to read any more comments, but you can look at this yourself. Like I said before, once I put this link to this article in my description on the platforms that I mentioned. And before I end the video, I want to give a shout out to all the social media platforms that I follow. Okay. For Parler, you can find me at, let's see, Parler's loading, so, oh yeah, like on Parler, you can find me at Gadzinski Z711 if you want to follow me there. For Gab, okay, I'm gonna have to sign into Gab real quick before I can plug that social media site. As we wait for it to load. Let's see. Oh yeah. On Gab, if any of you guys have a Gab account, you can follow me at Zachary Gadzinski on Gab. Finally, minds.com. Alright, and for minds.com, you can also follow me at Zachary Gadzinski. And now for the video channels to end today's talk about alternative media channels. And yes, I have YouTube, but that's why I have other channels as well. So on YouTube, yet again, you'll probably see this, you can find me as Zen Variety. Let's see, BitChute. BitChute is also Zen Variety. And now for the last platform that I want to give everyone a heads up to, and so I can plug, is Sotarn Mix on Rumble. And as always, thank you for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and give me a Rumble if you're on a Rumble, and be sure to comment in the comment sections on any of the video platforms that I use. And if you use Parler, Gab, Minds, and yes, I do have a Facebook that is Zachary Gadzinski, but I really don't like Facebook because of said issue of censorship, so I may be trying to phase that out before I get an IT job in the near future. So there's that if you want to give me a heads up or whatnot. But yes, I also have an Odyssey account called Zen Variety Mix, and this video will be the first video that will be uploaded to this channel for Odyssey. Other than that, I'll be trying to port over my other content to Odyssey, Rumble, and BitChute as well. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you, and God bless, and bye.